Valuation Justification. Take a slow breath in and out. Let your shoulders drop. Now picture this. You're sitting across from an investor. They've listened to your pitch, nodded at the right moments, even smiled. And then they ask, "So what valuation are you looking for?" And your heart races, because you've rehearsed everything else. But this number, you picked it because it felt ambitious, because a competitor raised at that level, because it's what you need to make the dilution feel worth it. But you don't actually know if you can defend it. And you hear yourself saying, "We're raising 200K for 10%. So 200 million valuation." They write it down, then pause. And you suddenly wonder, did I just price myself out of this deal? Or worse, did I just leave money on the table? Now imagine valuation as a ladder. Each rung represents a level of value that investors can see and measure. The bottom rung is your idea, worth almost nothing alone. The next rung up is your MVP, your first real customers, your early traction. Higher still, recurring revenue, retention data, proven unit economics. And at the top, a clear path to an exit worth 10x what they're investing today. Now picture yourself climbing. Where are you really standing right now? Not where you want to be, where the evidence says you are. Here's how investors calculate that ladder. First, they look at your market size. TAM, total addressable market. Everyone who could ever buy what you're building. SOM, serviceable available market. The portion you can realistically reach. SOM, serviceable obtainable market. What you'll actually capture in the next 3-5 years. Investors don't care about TAM. They care about SOM. Because SOM times a revenue multiple equals what you might be worth at exit. And working backward from that exit value tells them what you're worth today. Now picture the investor doing this math in real time. You say 200 million valuation. They think, if I invest 200K for 10%, and this exits at 20 million in 5 years, I make 10 times my money. Then they ask themselves, is a 20 million exit realistic for this market and traction? If yes, they're interested. If no, you've overpriced yourself. This is the math you need to know before the meeting. Now think about the mistakes you might be making, valuing based on effort. We've worked on this for 2 years. Investors don't pay for your time. They pay for future returns, valuing based on someone else's round. Company X raised at 5 M, so we should too. But Company X has revenue you don't, or a team you haven't built yet, or asking for 5% equity, when investor math requires 20% to make their fund economics work. Now imagine yourself preparing differently. You research comparable exits in your space, you map your TAM down to realistic SOM. You calculate, if we capture 2% of this market at 50 hours average revenue per customer, that's X in AR. SaaS companies trade at 8x AR, so our exit value could be C. If an investor puts in Z to today for 10%, their return at exit is. And now you're not guessing, you're justifying. Hear yourself in that meeting now, not defensive, clear. We're raising 200K for 10% because here's the path. Our SOM is 50 SOM. We believe we can capture 5% in 4 years. That's 209 euro. At 8 hat revenue multiples in our sector, that's a 20 million exit. Your 200K becomes 200 million. That's the math. Feel the difference. Now visualize yourself 6 months from now. You've done the work. You know your TAM, SAM, and SAM cold. You know comparable exits. You know what multiples your sector trades at. And when someone asks about valuation, you don't freeze. You explain. Take one breath in and out. And let this settle. Valuation isn't what you need. It's what the exit math justifies. And I choose to build a case investors can believe in.